All right, just taking a look at everything. We saw FTL jump get picked earlier on in the series. We didn't really see it make too much of an impact, though, when Theory picked it. Getting into our uplink here, we're looking at throwback, so expect to see really just a lot of OSAs and a lot of K-bars. Again, I don't think that we're going to see too much NV4 play. So it's going to be pretty simple, standard stuff on both sides here. In terms of the rig draft, we're seeing our overdrive, we're seeing reactive armor, camo. These are just kind of the big payload rigs that we're going to see on both sides, standard stuff.
I know in a map like Throwback as well, I mean, when it comes in either bomb site, I mean, you have that one that's near silos now, was recently kind of moved a little bit farther back, and then that one over toward bike path is the more preferred one most of the time. But when it comes down to those situations, there's a lot of gunfights that kind of go down on that bike street from players holding through bowling as well as the other side, holding through, I believe, lemon. So I think we definitely could see some snipers. And one player who was known for having a sniper back in Black Ops 3 is Cold Chance. So I'm curious to see if he maybe brings something like that out.
Uplink, you're calling the prediction of a sniper in uplink.
Oh, I think we're playing Search and Destroy. It's been a long day. I apologize.
It's A-okay.
Never mind.
I was following you for a second, and then I heard snipers, and I understand. I feel you.
Just leave me alone.
You're
just
fine.
You're fine.
Throwback uplink, though. I think one bigger thing to talk about here is we talked about the Echo Fox versus TK kind of rivalry within the players, right?
Yeah.
I think another important storyline here is just Echo Fox as a whole. We've seen some of their online performance that have been really impressive, but not to the pro teams that they're beating. A lot of the pro teams are kind of doubting them going into this event here, MLG Las Vegas. They're kind of saying, oh, this is just an online team. They're not going to show up on LAN. This is the team that can hardly make it out of open bracket, right? And this is the first time we're seeing Echo Fox starting in a tournament in pool play. They've had to come through open bracket so many times in a row, and now we just really need to see, are they going to show up? They have a lot to show on this LAN here from what they've played online.
I think there's definitely a lot of kind of pressure, maybe residing on Nestle's shoulders. The roster in Echo Fox back at Black Ops 3 was supposed to be a really, really good team. I mean, there's a lot of good players that were kind of on that roster. Didn't really see a whole lot of success. They don't qualify for COD XP. And then now you're looking at them. Nestle completely reforms the entire roster. They're, like I said, they're known as an online squad throughout this one, and now he's kind of left up to try and make sure that this team is taken seriously, to make sure that for Infinite Warfare, Echo Fox is known as an organization that can absolutely kind of battle with the top teams in the game. So I think while these matchups are also going down, you've got to be kind of keeping in mind the storylines as well as the kind of overall history of a team like Echo Fox, as well as TK, but Echo Fox kind of keeping in mind just because of the fact that, they were kind of known as a lesser team throughout a lot of Black Ops 3. So.
Yeah, if you're Echo Fox right now, you're here to make a statement. Neslo, for the first time, is just able to branch out to new players, seeing himself in a leadership position, and he's got a lot of people in the community to really just shut up, right? He has a lot on his shoulders here. So in the countdown, we're seeing Echo Fox coming into map number 3 up 2-0. If they can win this map, that's the end of the series, and they find themselves in a much better standings in this pool at the moment.
They absolutely do. Well, it's time for some Call of Duty basketball, as Puckett likes to call it. Early nades being thrown out. Flechettes, something like that.
Flechette. I asked Ashton. She said it's Flechette.
Flechette. All right. Well, either way, those going down. Kills as well. Nestle and Mosh able to find a few off the start. As they're actually going to be pushing through that lemon side, also through Grandma, as the drone does fall. Mosh will go back to try to pick it up. There is a 1-point toss he can try to go for here, but they want the 2-point play. Kills going down, and TK trying to hold strong here. 30 needs to win that gunfight. He's able to make it happen, and he might try to go for the reset. That's what's going to happen.
Theory trying to get back into position after the reset here. He's got a gunfight to win. Top Arches is able to do so. That's 3 kills going in favor of TK. The only one able to get something on the board for Echo Fox is Methods. However, it looks like TK has much better mid-map pressure here. But as they push into this Echo Fox base, they're heavily outnumbered. Questionable play there. It looks like it's going to get shut down pretty quickly.
So we're going to look at Echo Fox now as TCM trying to throw that drone forward. We see that a lot when it comes down to Infinite Warfare. Getting ball control and just trying to keep it forward. Just try to get a little bit more map control. Let the guns do the work and of the slang come a little bit later. But Happy holding his top Ricks, able to find one off the start. Potentially finds a second, but he quickly gets traded. So a good momentum here for the side of Echo Fox. They've kind of pushed back TK a good amount, but it seems that none of those kills.
Look at player 7 and player 4. We got Kolshan and Methods in the corner over here towards bowling. They're finally able to spot each other. Kolshan's able to take out Methods and stay alive after it. Him staying alive in the enemy base in that position is going to be huge for his team. And there we go. He manages to find another one. Mosh came in, wasn't able to do anything. Methods, however, coming up off spawn, is able to get his revenge. And now we're seeing some drone movement in the hands of Echo Fox.
Echo Fox could try to make the push happen here. Methods firing those nades through Grandma's. Might be able to get that happen. That's going to be big there. And he could try to go for the 1-point toss, but it looks like there's going to be one player in his way. Make it 2 now.
He has no escort.
Turns up toward Hay. Tries to go for the 1-point toss, and that one's going to follow through. So After 2 minutes of this first side of uplink, it will be a 1-point top score for Echo.
Masha's kill right there was so clutch. He was so far away from his drone carrier, but he just happened to turn the corner and overlook his shoulder, was able to find that kill for him and set up the 1-point play for his teammate. So, excellent kill from Mosh there, really clutch moment, and it's great for his team that he's able to pull it off. Methods, look at our scoreboard here. Got him 10-5 at the moment, currently leading the score out of everybody in the lobby.
Indeed, as he ends up dropping, the kills would come in response there for Echo. Looks like they might try to go for that side wall run, but the pass is actually going to come in. I don't know if Nestle was able to expect that one. He needs to go for the 2-point play. He's able to make it happen. So a good response here from Echo Fox. The last minute or so, they've been able to pile on the points. Maybe trying to set up for a potential toss here. Methods, if we get that one through, he ends up dropping from behind. That's the big kill coming in from Gunjar. Mosh is still here, so despite the nice plays from TK, unfortunately a miss, and TK will be able to intercept the drone later. That player actually spawns up, I believe, on the drone. That is going to be Gunjar. So unfortunate miss there for Echo Fox. It turns into a play for TK. Gunjar's going to reset the drone, and we start all over.
Yeah, Gunjar knows this is not a good route for the drones. He's just going to waste Echo Fox's time, draw them over to him, and then just throw the drone out and give his team some time to get some pressure towards middle map, and most importantly, Arches over here, where we're seeing a gunfight between the likes of Mosh and Theory. Mosh is able to come out on top. Theory not really shooting back too much. The trade comes in, though. Happy working off of that communication, was able to shut him down. TCM, though, has the job of taking middle map by himself. Oddly enough, no one from TK was there and ready to trade. There we go. Kolchan finally comes and answers to him. However, Neslo and Methods are able to respond with kills of their own.
Mosh looking through underground as well as underpass, excuse me. As that left lane for them right through here toward Grandma's is an absolutely massive lane just in general as far as the points and the tosses they can make happen. TCM as well as the entire side is trying to force their way through, forcing an issue, but TK able to hold strong. The defensive play is coming in big. That's going to be a nice toss, actually. Gets to the other side of the street. So TK making a little bit of momentum forward as they desperately need at least one play at the end of this first minute or so.
There it is, the backstack coming in from Kolchan. That's going to be a one-hit kill. Mosh and Neslo finding 2 kills, though, giving them the man advantage in this situation. However, no map pressure really coming from it. Mosh and Neslo again finding another 2 kills. Neslo's going to be able to grab the drone and just throw it for some distance here, try and get his teammates in a better position, in a favorable position to set this up and bring it through Grandma's house. Methods is going to be bringing this in by himself. He's not going to get any farther than this doorway. Happy shuts him down. Trying to make a hero play by himself is not going to pay off, and we're going to see the drone reset, and Echo Fox is already back to middle map.
Echo Fox just has been holding TK back. They haven't really had many opportunities. I don't think they've really got any shot opportunities, really, in this first half, just playing absolutely aggressively. Slang has definitely been done. You see Neslo currently 13-9, 14-11 for Methods. I mean, everyone playing pretty consistently. But Gunjar 6-13. We talked about his impact for TK. You're saying, you know, he's the main player for this roster, a very lethal player to be looking out for, and he's just not really had a major voice when it comes down to this game so far, at least this particular map.
Yeah, I'm not sure what game Gunjar is playing right now, but he's not playing Gunjar's usual game. He's kind of sleeping this series so far. You definitely need him to come back to life if you want a TK, if you want any hopes of a TK victory right now.
All right, Neslo.
Yeah, look, Neslo
there you go, man.
And burning with the OSA mid-range shots there. All of them connecting. So Echo Fox up 3-0, getting into our second half of Uplink. So if you're new to Uplink, the players are just switching sides now, and they get another 5 minutes of play.
Gonna hop on board with Kolchan here off the break because he's going to be rushing toward that field side. No one actually going to be meeting him here, but once you rotate to the middle, that can change. Shots coming in. They were able to find one off the start, so 2 down for the side of Echo Fox. TK rallying potentially as that nade's going to come in. They know exactly where he is. Just like we saw from Echo Fox on that first side, that left lane toward Lemon is going to be very, very important. A lot of scoring opportunities can happen, and if Echo Fox can lock down that Grandma's room, we can easily stop a lot of opportunities that TK can produce.
Yeah, we really only saw one rally situation coming from Echo Fox in the last half, so if TK can just kind of replicate that at least once or twice, and they can certainly come out on top here because they were all like 1-point plays. I mean, they weren't really able to spawn trap all that much. They weren't able to keep someone in the enemy base. So if TK can just take advantage of that and do it on their end, then that'd be huge. We see Gunjar coming to life, finding 2 kills. He's actually rocking the OSA now. It's not a weapon we're used to seeing in his hands. Maybe it may have been something he picked up, or if he's just not feeling his usual role and switched it up. Not really sure, but Kolchan there is able to find the first point on the board for TK. However, Echo Fox responding beautifully with some base defense to clear it out. They're not letting any rallies happen. We see the 3-piece coming in, clearing out their base as they establish their map control towards mid.
A big 4 down.
Flank coming in.
Gunjar does come into play. He ends up dropping shortly after. So he's able to find a kill, but quickly is responded with. That drone still in the middle. Looks like it could be Theory who might be able to walk away with this one. Not a whole lot of people behind him. One player going to be in front. Decides to back up, though, and gets met from a player over on top train.
So I think TK or Theory's play right there was just to kind of take the drone and just throw it away from them because he saw that TK didn't have mid-map control. It might have looked like a wasted life, but I think that TK realized that he was outnumbered and that Echo Fox had a much better sort of pressure on the map. He was just trying to waste their time and give the team some time to spawn. So off the spawn, we see the drone taken towards blue side. Theory comes up off spawn, finds that initial kill before being traded. And now we're still seeing Echo Fox not really sure of what they want to do here, and they have to wait for TK to come out of their spots, and that they do, and with it they find 3 kills as they bring the drone through barn side.
They've got a full team push here, Fox. Can they try to make something happen potentially? A lot of lead blockers holding the way. TCM and Eslo finding kills. Looks like a 3 down. Cold Chain the last alive, and he's not in the correct positioning, but he's able to find one. Rocks the rewind. That player is able to spot that one, so essentially he should be able to grab the drone, but finding kills is Cold Chain. Being a constant nuisance, that's a big 3 kills, but he's trying to hold on. Can he get the 1-point toss? That is not going to happen. The interception,
what is this?
The beat down. Cold Chain says, that's what you get for blocking my shot. You're going to die in response. Echo Fox completely happy with that exchange, but still a big play from Colchin that isn't able to have a whole lot responded with, but Theory is here for the reset, and they'll take the dunk regardless. That was pretty crazy.
Colchin makes a hero play. Every step of that play just gave me the most anxiety because I was like, why is this working? What is he doing?
He's able to
kills. Find 4 kills on his own and give Theory the opportunity to come up off spawn and get a dunk. Following all of that, I was really questioning the rewind play and then to go back in and re-challenge, and he still makes the most of it, and his team follows up on that huge play. Really risky, but it pays off for him.
Mosh rocking the overdrive. Actually, a perfect play there. As his teammate drops, he realizes might as well rock the overdrive. The scoring opportunity will happen. So a 2-point dunk on one side for TK. Quickly gets responded there from Mosh as he's
great shots.
Able to find that one over toward backside bridge, side blue, really. And Neslo with the drone in his hands, he's going to get a scoring opportunity as well. He doesn't even have to use his active camo, so active camo still going to be in Neslo's back pocket. Another scoring opportunity with 1:20 left. TK, they're down by 4. This is not going to be an easy one for them, to say the least. Is that Tree Rocket's kind of going crazy there on the mini-map? A little bit strange, but, you know.
He's able to
I don't know what that was.
He finds himself a kill regardless, and we're seeing Echo Fox still up in the lead, a commanding lead with a minute left in the game, 4 points, and I believe that Neslo still has access to that active camo. So that could be another score for them if Echo Fox is able to play their cards right. And so far, they've been pretty well coordinated on their offensive pushes with the drone, so I think that that's incredibly likely.
Absolutely. Well, since this could be potentially the last 50 seconds of this game, Echo Fox looks incredibly dominant versus TK in this entire series. Well, before I even say that, Theory does have his overdrive. He tries to get past through Hay, but he ends up dropping. I really would have preferred him to try to go for that. He tried to just ignore it, but it isn't able to go through. Methods now drone in his hand. It seems that this one is all but over. Neslo does have the active camo. Streak started to come in as well. Scorcher's not going to pay any dividend for TK. The active camo gets rocked, and this should be a 2-point play. A nice sequence there as Neslo just completely dodges and evades. The teammates do the job, and the slang does go through as well as the point. So 9-3, TK going to fall short. As that's going to make this pool a lot more interesting there, Fox.
Yeah, real shame there if you're a TK fan. The whole squad just wasn't able to stay awake for the whole series. I was looking for Goonjar to just have this star player performance that he's used to having, and we just didn't see it at any point in time throughout this series. We're on the side of Echo Fox. All 4 players had their shining moments, and really I think whatever it came down to was just stellar teamwork and coordination out of them.
Not gonna lie, I was thinking probably Game 5, just based on how this pool has gone so far, but Echo Fox showing us that doesn't matter if they just had a previous game loss, completely throwing that to the side as Neslo, the main slayer throughout this game, not Neslo, excuse me, I believe that is, Neslo 27-22. I believe is his final score for that game. So good overall play from Echo Fox. Like I said, I think Neslo is a major communicator for this team, and it's good to have him on this roster because I think when we came into the series, we were saying, you know, when it comes down to his play, he does a lot for this roster. I mean, he is the caller for the team. He is the captain for the team. He's calling out constant strategies throughout each map, and even in their online scrims, when you watch him play, he's always giving communication. Even during the middle of a series and whatnot, he's always letting them know and saying, you know what, this is what we have to do. This is the things to improve moving forward.
And that's him noticing his team's win factor. He knows that he needs to step up and do that for his team. He feels comfortable in that role, and I think that he has evolved as a player over the past several months after leaving Team